Hi, we'll be discussing the development of needs analysis in a technological university in central Mexico. The characteristics of this university are I am teaching a basic one course that will be an A1. This course lasts 80 hours. It's 5 hours per week, done every Saturday. In this university, four courses are offered every year, two intensive ones that are the summer and the winter, and two regular ones that are the spring and fall. Students have to finish the intermediate one level in order to graduate. So this is one of the characteristics. This technological institute has students that are studying industrial, electronic, logistic, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering as well. In my class, I have 26 students. 17 are part of these engineerings, and the other nine are external students. That means that these are people who are interested in learning the language and chose this center to learn it. Um, the students work with a book that they have to buy every course, and teacher is provided with a projector, a speaker, board markers, and the software of the book. Each course is divided in 6 units that are provided by the book. The coordinator suggests an exam per unit, and it is a written exam that has to be at least 50% of the grade. However, coordination is constantly asking teachers to promote a communicative approach. Um, One of the gaps that we see is that students follow the contents purpose by the book, and the book there changes constantly. There is no curriculum provided by the coordination, and the only objectives settled are the ones that give the common European frame of reference. That is that they have to reach a B1 level. This B1 level is asked by the Tecnológico Nacional. So all the universities in Mexico have to achieve this goal. However, they all do it in different ways. So this research proposal aims to explore some of the gaps on curriculum design and the needs. We're planning to do a needs analysis because we want to see how EFL is being taught in a technological university in central Mexico, and also what are the mismatches between the practice that has been observed, and especially the lack of formal and concrete curriculum to complete a needs analysis to see how it will work. As literature has helped us see, Graves points out that curriculum gets together for a domain that is curriculum planning, specification, and ends and means and program implementation. However, in this specific case, there is no curriculum, so this university is trying to work with that one and is trying to implement formal English teaching without having a curriculum. All the participants that in this case are the students and teachers and also the coordinator should take part into the curriculum design, but as this place is lacking one, there is no curriculum at all. What a curriculum will bring to this language center would be specific educational goals that will match. For example, the communicative approach will match with the evaluation forms that they ask. That they will be describing and also prescribing the content, not only adjusting to a book. It will also provide instructional methods that do not come from the book, and the course of programs will be published by the coordinator, but will take the effort of teachers and also the needs from students in order to create them. And that will create an expected situation for the classroom and for the teachers to actually know what the coordinator wants from them. For this to happen, the needs analysis will be collecting information that will serve as the basis for developing a curriculum. And in this case, will meet the needs for a particular group of students. Most of my students are engineering majors, so I believe that it's very important that they get the chance to have courses like ESP courses, English for specific courses, in this case, engineering. Um, so in this case, the learners will be a central and the central and most important aspect of the teaching for them to have courses that actually are useful for them if they want to take part in the industry. For this to happen, the target situation needs takes into account the necessities, that is the awareness or the deficit of the learners, also the lacks, that is the gap between the target proficiency and the existing proficiency, and also the ones from what they expect from the language according to their own views. But we also have the learning situation needs, that are the psychological conditions or emotional issues like behavior and self esteem to contribute to learning. Learners also have inner and external motivation, attitudes, and aptitudes towards learning, and also the resources that would be the physical environment, ideal according to the number of students, and all the other elements that participate in the teaching experience. So for this specific case, questionnaire method, as you know, is widely known as a primary tool of collecting data, and it also conducts to the needs analysis. So one of the main advantages of this instrument is to collect a great amount of data in a short time, and to make the results of this questionnaire also more manageable. So what we're planning to use is a Likert scale because it is an effective tool as it comes to investigating learners' needs, lacks, and wants. Uh, we will use a Google format, and also as my students are a basic one, we will use a questionnaire in Spanish. Because the course that right now I'm teaching is an English for general purposes, and we want to see if the students are aiming to learn English for academic purposes or English for occupational purposes. Based on this premise, what we are trying to develop is a questionnaire that has both of these options to see which one the students likes better. So our questionnaire will be divided into 5 parts with two main objectives. The first one is to analyze the students' preferences towards EAP or EOP. We found this example, and we want to know how important are the skills for the students' academic life, but also for the students' use in the future when they work in the industry. Because we believe that it's very important for students to also get a grasp of the options that they may have but they don't know. It nowadays is a little bit tricky for teachers because at times when they want to apply activities for engineering students, that becomes problematic for the students that are external. So this needs analysis will be very helpful for the teachers to analyze if the students want to learn the language because they want to be able to graduate or because they want to use it in the future, when they are employed by big companies such as Volkswagen or Audi. That is the context that they share in Puebla. Thank you very much for your time.